Thank you so much, Brother Nana. I wrote in the chat that I'm going to humbly request that you please come and do this presentation for us at DUT, because I'm always talking about us really being aware of.
No, I'll come. Even I'll come with a practitioner. So we'll cause a lot of commotion for you to know we are not
Please,
talking this.
I love chaos. Please.
So it's so fascinating. This man I showed you, he can let you pick a knife, cut a chicken in pieces, any number of pieces you want, throw it away. And after that, you gather it yourself, and then you put them in maybe a basket or something, you cover it yourself. And it gives you a few minutes. You open and the chicken is alive, just like you pick it first. Now,
Wow.
yes, these things he says is knowledge system. It has nothing even to do with healing. It is a knowledge system our ancestors were using to even entertain their kings. And this you do in a church, and you are a rich man. You understand? And we have abandoned everything, and we think the West knows all. I mean, thanks so much. If you have to give me time, I'll explode. Thank you.
Thank you. No, I will give you time. In fact, you might not just come once, you might come a few times. So, but I will speak to you on the side. There's been a lot of activity in the chat. Have you got any questions here as well? Because Brother Nana needs to guide a group of people as well. Each one has a 20-minute presentation to do, at least 20 minutes. I don't know if they'll need that, but they have 20 minutes each. Okay, Prophet Anyanwu.
If just want to know how we can get in touch with, now I love working with AI, and I have a lot of good encounters even along spiritual lines. I would like to be able to, are you on WhatsApp, or how do we get more information about how to contact you?
Right there. Let's just put it for you on the screen. Screenshot.
Are you able to hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you hear my question though?
You want to touch with him? He's put it on the
Say
screen.
again. I didn't see it as a question. Sorry. Say again.
Wanted a way to get in touch with you, contact. I was saying that I do a lot with AI, and a lot of the work is along spiritual lines. But anyway, I wanted to, are you on WhatsApp or email, or how do we get in touch with you?
And I was saying he's just put his contacts on the screen. Can you see them? No. Okay, let me copy it for you.
I see. Thank you.
All right. Brother Nana, are there any other questions? I'm not seeing people raising their hands, so I'm gonna ask you
a question.
Yes, you want them to
Why
ask?
I keep calling you brother Nana? But I think in Ghana, Nana means something. Can
Oh,
let's
you
please
see.
explain to us
Oh,
what Nana means? I
Correct
know Nana is not his
okay.
first
I
name.
mean, let me explain my name. I think
Nana
I'm
is
here,
a
so
title, but what does it
Okay,
mean?
please explain. You must correct me, please. I'm
so
so sorry.
Nana actually it denotes a chief, a king, a grandparent, or somebody with some level of respect. But it begins with the rulers. So sometimes you are also named after a ruler. So in order not to, mention the ruler's name without respect, the person is called Nana. Of course, I'm from a royal family as well. I can be a chief anytime. But my name Nana was given to me from one of my ancestors, a very rich man, whose name is not very common. Dewi, Nana Yauri. Dewi means sky or sun. Aha. So he was promised before I was born. In fact, this is one of the works of our ancestors you can always trace. He was promised that when a male child is born, they will name the person after him. He was born on Thursday.
Mm.
And two people promised him because he did something for the family. I was born on Thursday this week. The second person was also born on Thursday the second week. So we both bear Nana Yawi. So I don't know. I mean, sometimes these things are...
What separates your name from your brother's name? So Asamoah would be your first name.
So my first name is Nana Yawi. Nana Yawi, the three, becomes my first name.
Yes.
And then my surname will be Asamoah Buedi.
Okay.
Asamoah Buedi, yes. Thank you.
And your brother's name?
Oh, he is also Nana Yawi, but he's only called Asamoah. Now, the Buedi came to be added because Buedi is my father's name, but he didn't add his father. So he is called Nana Yawi Asamoah, but I'm called Nana Yawi Asamoah Buedi. And not my direct brother, though. I mean, the one who follows my father. They both promised our grandfather because he settled the dispute in the family. And I think that happened. The man was also very rich.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to get in touch with my traditional practitioners, and it's becoming very difficult. I don't know if there is interim something we can do whilst I look for them. Otherwise, I may have to touch on their topics in a way probably that will be appreciated by all of us. I'm not very sure though.
Okay, you do that. In the meantime, can I take 5 minutes while you sort them out?
Go ahead, that's right.
For people to respond
Nana,
to Brother Spew's presentation, because we didn't take questions on that one. Yeah,
I want to just add something to Nana's comment.
yes.
Yeah, Nana, the name Nana is the name that Akan people have for the Anunnaki female. What is that? There are some other names for it. So she was called Nana in Akan. And it connects why the question is why we use it for male. And that is why Akan people venerate the female. Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. Mm.
And what is the female called? The female Nana?
You see, let me, Nana Benny, there's also one concept when it comes to our I mean, I don't know whether I should call it human thinking or three-dimensional beings thinking. We forget the gender principle as not the sexes. And that is why when you come to our language as Akans, and even Ewe, it is there. Some names, like I gave it to him. In English, you need to say that him or her. Medemano. But in our language, you don't have a separate word for either a male or female in that object sense. Medemano, I gave it to him or her. If you want to direct translate, then we need to do him or her. So most of these, languages that are tracing their roots to chematics, what do you call it? Understandings. They have the gender principles not as the sexes we have here, but as a complementary kind of understanding.
Thank you, leader.
Okay.
Can you also add, in terms of the word Nana again, from another perspective? So the Ga people also use the word Nana, which is unrelated to chieftaincy, etc., etc. So some people are called Nana, and that's just their name. It's nothing to do with chieftaincy, authority, etc., etc. Thank you.
I have a sister called Nana. My own blood sister is called Nana. It's in Zulu, you have a lot of women called Nana. Some people even call their male babies Nana. Oh, Nana, Nana.
So
It's almost like
a continental name.
You see. So Nkulu mentioned something very interesting. He mentioned the Anunnaki. Now, in the Anunnaki mythology, I call it mythology. Some people call it history. But in the Anunnaki mythology, the Inanna is the name of the great goddess, the creator goddess. With a conversation I had with one of the elder Sangomas that is very I'm close to. In fact, it's almost like my Kobela or like my teacher, because I talk to him. Every time I have a confusion, I talk to him. He said that the word unina, Nina is a word, that person's mother, Nina. The word ma, he says the word ma was not used very much. It's like a 300-year-old word. It's not ancient Nguni language. But we used to call a person's mother Nina. Uninaga, even today we say Uninaga, the mother of. But the word itself, Nina, means all of you. When I'm saying all of you in this chat, I'll say Nina nonke. You understand? Nina nonke. Nina, the word itself means many. You see, but in the Anunnaki tradition, yeah, that's all I'm saying. But Inanna was actually the progenitor of all men. But then it's similar to Nun. There's a lot, and it has a lot to do with water, the mythology of water as the place of giving birth. But there's a lot of things, maybe another conference.
Yeah, Akan people will say Mina, that is my mother. Mina, my mother. Yeah. So I don't know where Mami came from, but
then Minana will be my grandmother.
My grandmother is me Nana.
And the female, like what Messi said, female symbolizes the entire, let's say, clan or so. It's built on the female. So that is the reason why that word symbolizes all the community, you see, and which is still alive within the Akan tradition, some of the other ethnic groups within West Africa. Yeah.
And
there's a sister Casanova up there, wants to speak. Her hand is up. Can we hear the female? Can we hear the mothers also speak, so we don't speak for them?
Yes, I am a mama. Thank you so much. No, it's fascinating. I just wanted to continue listening. Dr. Vicki Casanova-Willis, I serve as the Deputy Director and Senior Fellow for the Office of HBCU Development and International Cooperation in the U.S. Yet we have over 30 universities on the continent and some in South America and the Caribbean as well that we've been working for about 10 years to help, with reconnection, primarily because it benefits both sides, we believe, because we're able to offer some free tuition for Africa-based students and African-born at the historically Black colleges and universities, but it also, in the line of this conversation and this symposium, it absolutely benefits those of us, professors and students here in diaspora for, beginning to really reconnect with Mother Africa and, ancestralism and our cousins and brothers. So just quick introduction there. I'm here and I want to thank everyone I could not participate yesterday. I just learned about it. But thanks to Sis Prophet Anyanwu Cox for several of us here, or a few of us are members of the International Civil Society Working Group for the Permanent Forum on People of African Descent. I think co-founders, actually, several of us. So her initiative to begin a subcommittee helping teach and learn more about spiritual science, spirituality and sacred sciences, African, is just critical. And that's why I'm here today. So forgive the little long introduction. I just wanted to give that context because I am new, by no means an expert, but I am so interested and drawn to this, and I'm just grateful to have made this connection. I also, in the conversation about Nana and that was just so interesting to me. And so one question is personal. In addition to just learning as much as I can and being of service in as whatever way the ancestors lead, and all these, I want to say, expert guides, can help mentor. I also I'm one of, many people I know through the decades who have been honored with being made a diasporan Queen Mother or a diasporan chief. And I'm starting to wonder about what sort of rites of passage or just learning we need to make sure that we're undertaking in our future roles of contributing to Mother Africa as best we can. That's a personal question, not to answer today. And then the bigger question is just, I'm very interested in the school that we heard about, because we are often asked to help, teach the youth and the next generations and so forth. And again, I would like to do it in the African-centered and led context. That's all. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
So, Chair, if I may add
Yes,
to
Baba.
what Sister said.
And
So,
I'm sorry, I neglected to say Nana Ablorde or Mama Ablorde II in Keta in Volta region.
right. So, yeah, so if it's okay, I just wanted to just mention Sister Casanova-Willis that as far as in my presentation, I have argued that spirituality and the sacred sciences, that mathematics is part of the sacred sciences. The way in which it evolved in the West led to a separation of the sacred or spirituality side from the non-spirituality side. So many students go to school, whether secondary and so on, and they are learning mathematics, and they don't realize that prior to the way in which the current curriculum is organized, that you learned mathematics in the temple. You learned it at the feet of the priests. When people like Plato, Aristotle, Archimedes, when they went to Egypt to study mathematics, they didn't learn it from professors, etc. In our modern sense, they learned it from priests, like the priests we have here today, where we have some priests among us. It is they who taught these things. So I just thought I should mention that to you, that mathematics is also part of the sacred sciences. So for instance, if you take the Freemasons, etc., you hear about degrees. The degrees days, levels of knowledge are seen as degrees, etc., etc. And I'm suggesting to us that in my presentation, it's still research I'm doing, but I'm arguing that spirituality and sacred sciences we must return mathematics to it. It was taken out in the West. Let's restore it. Let's do a restoration. Thank you. Oh, by the way, and also what Brother Menzies said about the word Ma. I don't know if he's aware, but the name for God in my language is Ma Wu. That's why the word Wu in Anyawu is a very important 2 words. So Ma Wu, if you like, it can be the one that gives birth above all. Ma Wu, Wu. Anyway, I could go on. So no, thank you. So basically, I'm saying that the sacred sciences, let's restore mathematics back to spirituality in the sacred sciences. Thank you.
Can you ask Nobantu to also unmute and speak? I'm sorry, Chair. I'm wanting to hear more mamas speaking at this moment, but just personally. Nobantu. Nobantu, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, thanks.
Kuluma, Nobantu.
Hey, I hope all is well. I wish all is well there. I am now in Ghana, so I came here from South Africa, but I wanted to this is just an amazing 2 days. I popped in yesterday and I haven't been able to be here full time. I'm hoping to get the recording, but I just wanted to make some intersections and connections. Because often I'm in these rooms with different discussions like this, and it sort of saddens me that I don't see it. I don't see it at the level of the children that really, 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 really need it. And my mission is to assist with that. I but I say ended up because it wasn't anything planned when I came to South Africa in 2018. I had been here like 25 years prior in Kenya and Egypt and stuff like that. But when I got to South Africa, I was invited there because we were working on decolonizing the school system. And when I got to South Africa, the Wits had invited many people to this to, um, to discuss what is innovation and technology and science from a decolonized mindset. On it's ringing right now. Okay. And so one of the things that you are mentioning about the spirit and the cosmos comes up because there's a few things that have been left out of Western school that are very simple, but that they're using in bioscience and biotechnology, because I'm now working in biotechnology, with building out programs and facilities that I'd like to link Africa and the United States students together for that. But there's two things that I know that are missing that are really simple key things to put back into to this. And that is the fractal mathematics. I'm noticing they're using it in the biosciences and the mRNA kind of stuff. So like being in these spaces, I'm seeing where they're using it, but the astute, the people from where it comes from are not in those positions. They're not seeing that. There's very few melanated folks in the biosciences industry, but there are a number of bioscience doctors that are around the world, and many of them come from Africa. Some of the top biosciences in the industry out there come from different countries in Africa, namely Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. And so what I'd like to do is I wanted to, I don't know if I missed this in the discussion, but how can we bring forward this knowledge and get it to places where people don't see the intersection? I'm in this intersection because I'm connected with people that are, but I'm serving those communities that would just be fascinated to reconnect. And like, how do we put together systems to bring this knowledge, because it's going to be our survival. This next biological warfare is going to require that we use our indigenous spiritual recall the ancient to deal with it. Otherwise, we could be we're over 80% of population, but could be extincted. We could never be extinct. However, but as you know, some of our cultures are extinct. They've been burned up years ago. There's a lot from these books that are not there. And so us using our spiritual practice to recall and bring that generational ancient wisdom to us through our spiritual realm so that we can now recreate these texts for our young people to learn from. So I just wanted to add that, and I just wanted to thank you so much for inviting me.
I'm no longer the chair. Where's the chair?
I see that Kim Paul has none of that right. I see that Kim Paul has a hand up, and so does Langa. You know, we had a session for wider discussions later on, but I also just want to check in with Brother Nana again.
Yes.
Nana,
Hello, Chair.
yes.
Yes,
What the
I
story?
I don't know. It's becoming difficult to connect my priest. I
Okay,
was trying to discuss this behind with Nana Beni.
okay.
Sometimes when you tell them to wait and there are visitors there to assess the energies, they just enter into the realm and you can't get them again.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes it's a problem. So if you don't mind, maybe I can touch on both just one principle each, and then if we have to discuss or we have to leave it for another time, then that'll be fine, so that I don't waste our precious times waiting for them.
Okay. Can we just give 5 minutes to the
Yes,
that have come up,
a
and
brief.
then when you're ready, just please say so on the mic and start.
Oh, I can just go ahead if you don't mind. Then we can in just
Okay.
5 minutes I'll be done.
Nana,
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
Nana, my
yes,
suggestion, I'm sorry. My suggestion,
okay.
can we give the hands that the people that
The
have
time.
raised their
Yeah.
hands, because, and then
Oh,
you can
They're
sorry.
continue.
Yeah,
speaking to,
I get it.
yeah, they're
I get it.
speaking
I
Please.
get it. Yeah, okay.
to something, and then after that you
All
can
right, all right.
so
That's
give them 5 minutes to ask their questions, and then you when they're done, you just come in and do the 5 minute presentation, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. Kim Paul, can you please, or Paul, sorry, can you please go? And then after that, Sam, there was someone else who had their hand up that they've disappeared from my side. I can't see them anymore. But please go,
Yeah.
Kim.
Yes, greetings, my side, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here in this vibration. I'm so excited. I jumped in late today. I was able to get a portion of what happened yesterday. And this is truly the tip of the spear in this conversation globally. And so it's nice to be in the room where it happens with people that are doing this very necessary work. I just wanted to say, with the Teaching Artists Institute, in response to Mama Nabantu, when she mentioned the work that she's doing with the university systems in South Africa. Our organization, we work grassroots and grass tops, and that means doing education with the babies down in the middle school is what we call it here in the divided states, and even at the university level. We're also, like Dr. Vicki, a small consortium of African universities. And the reason this conversation is so interesting to me is because we have a program called Creative Carvers and Carpenters, where we're working with those that are really building our material world, and we're decolonizing the education of carpentry and engineering for young people that are rebuilding our communities, not only in Baltimore, where I live, in our artists in residency, literally transforming dilapidated buildings into artist residency properties, but also housing cooperatives. And so as we recreate this curriculum, including the connection to the spiritual realm, as young people that have been running from mathematics, and, you know, myself included, I remember being in classrooms and not understanding why algebra was even necessary, and calculus. And so bringing back in the spiritual elements of this has basically forced us to look at Kemet, or Egypt, and looking at the measurement systems using the 1 drop of water. So we're literally bringing out stick and stone and 1 drop of water to change how they begin their understanding of measurement, and looking at, you know, how they constructed the pyramids, like the composition of limestone. And we're remaking and remixing these compositions to see if we can reproduce it. And even though we may or may not do that, helping them understand holistically where these knowledge forms began and why they were devoid of the understanding of metaphysical relational. I'm not really even sure how to do it. I'm bringing in experts like Julius Monk or McAllister. He's a stonemason. And we're bringing in some of the Babas and elders that have in this society as we currently live still work with these materials, and we're experts and have gone back to their roots spiritually to find these connections and make these bridges. And so I just wanted to say how timely this conversation is, and to say that as we study the one drop of water and the companion of stone and stick and try to duplicate these forms of matter and art forms and the symbolism that came along with it, to teach us how to work in the physical realm to create the spiritual realm. I need you all to be a part of this curriculum. So I'm going to put my contact information in the chat because I see all of you as a party to the curriculum. And this is not hypothetical. The Creative Carvers and Carpenters program, I'll put a flyer for it inside of the group chat as we speak. And anyone that's interested in helping us build out this program and help develop lesson plans for the young people that we're working with this summer and beyond, please let me know. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Kim. Can you please put your details in the chat? Others have also put theirs there as well. Sam, I saw you put your details in the chat. Is that what you wanted to say, or you still have something to say? I'm not seeing your hand up.
Yes. Just in conclusion, I wanted to share with the participants, especially the scholars, the academics, that as African Hidden Voices Research Institution, we are actually open for further discussions. We have written extensive papers in all academic disciplines. So we are working very, very, very hard because of this is our stronghold, especially when we talk about African indigenous spirituality and the universal spirituality. So I've left my contacts to those who are interested to further this conversation and also for further collaborations in terms of conferences and so forth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Sam. I will definitely be in touch myself. Okay. Anybody else? But I think Brother Nanda should go. It's now 3:42. Okay. Cam, Brother Cam Howard.
Greetings, everyone. It was such a wonderful conference. I neither was able to join yesterday, but was very inspired and informed and encouraged by what I was able to imbibe today. I'm Cam Howard. I am one of the co-conveners of the Global Circle Reparations and Healing. This year, the Global Circle has determined that we will center healing as our focus around repair. And we would do that in two methods, or in two areas. One, healing of the original wound, what we're calling the original wound, that African complicity or involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, what that means for us those of us on the continent and those of us in diaspora. And the second area is how do we deal with the psychological injury that keep us from uniting. So I was very inspired by the formulas that was shared on unity, both by the speaker and also by Safiwe. And I would like for us to look at, and we're going to be planning conferences on both of these areas, the original wound, and on how to address the idea of unity or disunity in the African world. Marcus Garvey dealt with that issue, dealing with the psychological controls that were on the minds of African people that kept us from uniting. And so I would ask that anyone who's interested or in helping to plan out a strategy for a conference on spirituality, African spirituality and unity, to contact me and the Global Circle. You can go to our website, gcrh.org, or you can contact me at, I'll put my information in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Howard. Okay. Brother Nana, are you ready?